Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining. This is 9th of July, Thursday, and today I am going to show you about the Android Studio tutorial part 1. So basically, those who don't know what is Android Studio, this is basically an Android building software, Android building tool. So where you can code for Android applications and make successful Android applications like those which you get in Google Play Store or any other web browser, any other web app store, any other whatever. So this is Android Studio. So you will get your Android Studio in your internet web browser, like I am using Google Chrome, and so I'll type here Android Studio. Alright, so I got it. So you'll get the link for Android Studio. This is the official Android IDE. So like many of the Android applications like WhatsApp and the Flipkart commercial applications, most of the applications are built in Android Studio. So here you get the Android Studio link where you can download the Android Studio. So here you get the Android Studio link, so you just simply click on that and you will get pretty good stuffs of license and agreements. So you just read each and every license and agreement so that you don't face any trouble in future, and then just click this and then download Android Studio for Windows. So you will get the link in like if you for Windows it's Control J. You will get the download options where you can get Android Studio IDE. This is being downloaded. So I have actually downloaded this, so I am not going to download this and I will cancel this. So you just simply after it's after it's downloaded, so you just simply click and then show in folder, so it will come in folder like this. I have got it in last week, and then you can just run it, just open it. Like if you simply left click on your mouse, it will just open and then run. Then you have to like I have got it installed here. So when you just open it, so it will like you will get an interface like this. I think I got 2 Androids Studio. Alright, so let me get it. Okay. Alright, so this should give an interface like this. So you can simply click on start a new Android project. So you get a good pretty good project templates here. So like this is the for basic activity, this is the empty activity, this button navigation activity. So basic activity is mainly like this is this round plus sign. You can see this actually this is like you can mainly it's used for messaging, and this is arrow. So this is the basic activity. Navigation activity means like Instagram. So there is like search option, there is like profile option, so there is like discover and notification. So you can use the bottom navigation activity. Then you also get empty activity. This is pretty like this, but this one is actually no activity, and this one is empty activity. It means that like here we will get the back sign, like you can click back and okay and whatever. But this here you will get you will not get this actually what it called, you will not get this interface which like this is. Alright, so this is actually full screen activity. So like games, no, not basically games. You can build games on Android Studio, but these would be very pretty simple games. So this is Google Ad Mob, ads activity, AdSense activity, or all that stuffs. Like in your Android apps, they will show ads. So like I think you have seen in some applications in Play Store, there are some ads in the bottom or the top left corner, the bottom left corner, or wherever in any screen. So you can just make any applications with the Google AdMob ads activity. So you will have to give the link in this AdMob ads activity, and then you can just run this app. So this is like you can make money, extra money. So like paid by the AdSense and all. So this is Google Maps activity. Like You can anything like Uber, cab. You can make any cab booking application. And this is the login activity. This is the login activity where you can you can log on your create accounts and all. So this is scrolling activity, like you can make lists or friends, you can like contacts and all this. This is navigation drawer activity, so where you can do navigation, like there will be settings, accounts and all. And this is table activity, like WhatsApp is basically made up of table activity. So these are all pretty good stuffs. And so like we'll just simply just go with the basic activity now for now. And it should be for phone and tablet. Oh, one more thing, there you can make any Android things like Wear OS, like watches, where you can Google Maps Wear activity, watch free and blank activity, or televisions where you can make the Android television. Most of the televisions nowadays are coming Android, LED, OLED, AMOLED, all these things. So you can make applications for Android televisions also and other Android things. So basically we are going to start with the basic level. This is the basic activity of the phone and tablet, and you just enter next. So so you'll get this so we are using this empty activity, and here is what we need to fill up. So first of all, we'll name our application. So let it be any name. So let it be my first application. Alright, so this would be like package name, where it will be saved and how it will run. So this is always com.example dot my first application. So like if you're running any business, or you are creating any application for any business or any website, so you will give the name of the website, and then my first application, or whatever, what is the name of the application. So this is the source file, so where like you can give any source from internet link or whatever. So this is the com.example. So this is let it be com.example for my first application. Alright, so this is a save location. This is the where your Android application will be saved in your computer, and you can select the language as Kotlin, or you can select the Java. So basically Java is older and Kotlin is basically new. So and actually pretty easier than Java. Actually I find it easy in my personal review. So you can use all the Android stuffs whatever you want. So it consists of from Android Q, Android Pie, Oreo, Nougat, Lollipop, Marshmallow, and KitKat Wear, and everything, Jelly Bean and everything, so ice cream sweets. So everything you can like if you click on API 14, this Android 4.0 ice cream, so it will show your app will run on approximately 100% of devices. Means that all the mobile apps nowadays, like as of 2020, all the cell phones, all the Android applications, all the Android phones are basically, I mean, it means that the lowest Android version is Android 4.0 that any of the user is using. But before Android 4.0, Android 3.0, there is no more, no one is more anymore using Android. That one is no longer valid. So like so recent one is Android Q. So if you see save it in Android API 14, Android 4.0, so like it will run in 100% of devices. Means it will also run in Android Cream Sandwich, Android KitKat Wear, Lollipop, Marshmallow, Nougat, Oreo, Android Pie, Android Q, and all other new Androids. But if you press on API 30, Android 10 plus R, then your app will run on only 1% of devices. It means that your Android will not run on this ice cream sandwich, Android version 4.0. It will not run on 4.0.3 like ice cream sandwich, or Jelly Bean, KitKat, KitKat Wear, Lollipop, Marshmallow, Nougat, Oreo, Pie, and Q. Up to Q, none of the Android devices will recognize this. So like if you use Android Nougat 7.0, Android 7.0, it's now good, so it will run on approximately 73.7% of devices. So like I'm going to use ice cream sandwich, so that it's variable, it will run on almost 100% of devices. So yes, you should use legacy Android support libraries. It means that use legacy Android support libraries will prevent you from using latest Play service and Jetpack libraries. So you can either click on it or disable it. So I'm just simply clicking on it. And then I'll click the finish. So we are done and our project is loading. So first, when you are using the application for the first time, it will take a couple of minutes or more, because I have upgraded my Android application, Android Studio application, I mean the software in my computer. So like it's pretty fast, and actually Android Studio takes a lot of RAM, so your minimum RAM should be 2.0. Your minimum laptop configuration should be 2.0 minimum Android. So your minimum Android, so your minimum RAM should be of 2.0. So like most of the computers having 4 GB RAM, so so your minimum computer RAM should be 4.0 GB. So your minimum computer RAM should be of 2.0 GB. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? Your minimum computer RAM should be 4.0 GB, because Android Studio takes almost 2 GB of RAM space to run and to do all its work. So what we got, the tip of the day, and show the tips on the start. You can uncheck it or check it. So I just let it checked, because every time I click on Android Studio, so I get these tips, so which are very helpful, so I can get the next tip or whatever. So these tips actually many times help in checking my errors, wherever I have any errors or wherever I have any disturbances in making the app. So I am just closing this for now, and let me give it to full screen. So your Android Studio should look like this. So here one thing you can see, this Gradle download monitor, Gradle build. What is this? This means that this is actually framing my application. So after this is done, you will see that there is the Android there is the application. So there is the app where you can click and all these things. So before we start making the app, we need to know whatever here is on the screen. So in this video I'll show you about the introductions of the screen. So like I can show you one more thing. Like if I play on this thing, then one cell phone will come, one mobile phone interface will come. So it may take a couple of minutes while you are it may take a couple of minutes in my computer, but if you are using it for the first time, it will take a little more time, because it takes running, and more you need to download all these things. I'll show you. Let me show this thing. So one more interesting thing about Android Studio is that you can build a design over here, or like simply code. So this is a very it's very easier for, like, you can set it anywhere on the screen by just simply clicking it, and you don't need to know too much of the codings. So like if you are good in codings, then it's very good, but if you are not at all good in coding, so you can just simply use this thing. So like it will show install, that means it will install the application over any cell phone, mobile phone interface, and I got it failed. Alright, so I need to do this in Pixel 3 XL. Alright, so I think this time it will not fail. I'll explain why this happens. So I'll explain how it can do. So see, this Android emulator running, so we can see there it is. like this you can get any cell phone. Alright, what is this? Alright, so let me cross it. Alright, so this is my cell phone. It's still loading. It's take a little time when it's a new application. This is the first application, so it's taking a little time. So what I was saying, that you need to have a minimum of 4 GB RAM in your computer or your PC. Alright, so I got it. So it's because Android Studio takes a minimum of 2 GB RAM space for running itself. So for other activities, if you are getting a couple more of Windows, so you need some more RAM space. So my computer is pretty good upgraded. It's 12 gigs. So my computer is pretty good upgraded. It's 12 gigs of RAM space, 12 GBs of RAM space, out of which I am using I think 4 GBs of RAM for Android Studio. But there's no problem. You may have a 4 GB excuse me, so you may have 4 GB RAM space in your computer, and you can use the 2 GB of space for your Android Studio and all these things. So like this one is my first application. So where is this my first application? I think I got it. I'm not getting it. Alright, let me search here. Alright, so I did not get it. So let's do one thing. Let's run it again. So you can see here Gradle build running and then install. So it's getting installed. So I got it. So this is where it is, my first application. There it is. So you can see like hello world here and hello world here. It's my application, my first application. It's the same as I wanted. So like I can do anything on it. So I know the video is getting longer, so like in the next video I'll show what are all these stuffs and how can you do all these things. So in the next video I'll show you what are these things, what is the Android Studio setup and how will you do it in the Android Studio tutorial part 2. So you can subscribe my videos, so you can subscribe my channel to watch my latest videos, so that all my updates, and you may like my video since it's my first video on YouTube and I am struggling to get to more people so that I can share my Android Studio, like whatever I know I want to share with people, and I also want to know from you guys also, because I also don't know everything about Android Studio tutorial, but I have gathered pretty much information for a couple of years. So I think I think I know something more. And one more thing, Android Studio goes on upgrading every year, so make sure you upgrade the latest version of Android Studio to Android Studio. And I have to show you one more thing, like Android Studio download for free, where it is, from where we downloaded this Android Studio. So here you can download the latest version for your selected computer. But if this website cannot decide which version of your computer, like I am using 4.0, I am using Windows 64-bit and it's 871 MB of space. But if this website cannot decide which which computer you are using, so you can scroll down below where you can see this one, Android Studio packages. Like for MacBook you can download this this Android Studio. It's 856 MB, and this is the link basically. So for MacBook you can download from here, for Linux you can download from here, and from Chrome OS you can download from here, and other components you can download. So it says Windows, it needs a minimum like system requirements. It means minimum 4 GB RAM. So as I said, 8 GB recommended, and 2 GB of available disk space minimum. This means hard drive 2 GB ROM, and 4 GB recommended, 500 MB ID. Alright, so this is the minimum screen resolution should be 1280 by 800 minimum screen resolution. For MacBook, you can check the options. I'm using Windows, so I have successfully met all these system requirements. And Chrome, yeah, here you can use all these, like all Acer, Lenovo, HP, Dell, Asus, and Viewbox, and whatever. So this is all what I had to show, and in the next video I am going to show you about how to set up any Android device in your computer and how to run them and whatever. This is bug fixing, this is stopping any Android, and what are all these means, and what are everything I'm going to show you, because this video is getting a little bit longer. So I am going to show everything in my next video. So till then, you can subscribe my channel if you like my videos, and you can watch my updated videos by subscribing my channel, and you can stay tuned for my next video. So that's all for today, and thanks for watching.